Hey good people, welcome back to another video. I am so excited because you all have asked and I'm trying to deliver. Today we are doing a Do We Still Love Her video, and you see it on the thumbnail. We are talking all about the BH Cosmetics Snow Cone palette. So if you want to go down makeup memory lane with me to talk about this palette and just create a fun little look, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think and consider joining the community because I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So how are you? I can't complain. I finished my second day of this Capturing Kids' Hearts training for my job. It has been absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait to help teachers implement the new concepts this year at my school. So I'm very, very excited. If you're new here, my name is Kara, and basically what I do is share my life through makeup. I went through a stage of buying everything. Hold on.
What's up?
What's up?
Nothing.
Okay.
So,
once again, no shirt.
Hold on, I'll be right back with my new invention.
Didn't buy a ticket to your show.
So basically, you get a piece of, you get a cardboard box. You cut a hole in it, and then it becomes a basketball.
You know what's crazy about that? You know what's real wild?
What?
You have a real basketball hoop upstairs that I paid good money for.
Oh.
So indie high-end luxury. Tried to declutter. It was a fake declutter. Put everything back. Decided I wasn't sure if I like makeup anymore. Still love it. Need to declutter again. Overwhelmed with my collection. And that's where we currently are. If you're not into short form content, every week I do a makeup basket and I talk about items that I want to use. And the BH Cosmetics Sugar Cone palette was one I put in the basket. I am loving neutral makeup lately. I haven't even been wearing as much eyeshadow as I have in the past. And when I do, it's pretty minimal. So I really do want to, I want to revisit all the sweet shops, but I thought I'd ease myself in with Sugar Cone. So let's go down makeup memory lane. Please let me know how you are doing in the comment section or the chat. And let's get to some info and revisit this one. This palette from BH Cosmetics, which does still exist. They were gone for a while. They were bankrupt. And now I believe they're under Makeup Revolution, but I don't know what they are coming out with. I'm taking this information from Beauty Veil Makeup News. It was just a random site that popped up. The official release date of these palettes was July 18th, 2020. That is the year I started my channel in May of 2020. So this was very fresh. And I remember that a lot of these were selling out and they did some restocks. There were 5 palettes, and here's the description of the Sugar Cone. Scoop up your look and serve it extra sweet with Sugar Cone 8-color eyeshadow palette. Look hot from the oven with a vegan assortment of decadent vanilla cream, brown sugar, and cocoa hues in rich matte and lustrous shimmer finishes. Each ultra blendable formula swipes on smooth with long-lasting wear and high impact payoff that hits the spot. This palette is no longer available, and I believe that these were about $18 or cheaper because you could catch them on a sale. Let's go ahead and swatch this. This palette is pretty old. I know I didn't get these at the launch, and honestly, Sugar Cone was probably the last one that I purchased because I definitely wasn't into any neutrals back then. Here's the palette. It is looking really good. I actually did a little dusting of the shade Delicious on my eyes today, but I wiped it off and primed my eyes so we could do a real look. Let's go ahead and get started with the shimmers on the top row. So we have cookie dough, dipped, cinnamon, and fudge. There's cookie dough looking good. Dipped, cinnamon, and fudge. And just to be transparent, this palette is expired. The shelf life is, I cannot see, but I'm sure it's not 5 years. So I'm not encouraging anyone to use expired makeup. This is just what I'm doing. And you can see the differences in depth of the shimmers. Gorgeous. For the mattes, we have Sugar Rush, Delicious, Toasted, and Homemade. Sugar Rush, Delicious, Toasted and Homemade. There's our sugar cone palette. If I happen to have a picture of me wearing this palette, if I can find it in my phone, I will pop it up. For some reason, I don't think that I have a picture of me wearing this one back in the day because I was not into neutrals. I think I found pictures of me wearing all the other ones, but this one, this is probably the one that I have used the least. So now I do have videos of me using all the palettes, so I will link that playlist in case you're interested, in case you have the palette and still use it. You may get some inspo. And I'm hoping that this video will give you a fresh take on using an old palette if it's something that you're interested in doing. Went outside for 2 seconds and got bit. I have to say that since I started doing the makeup basket each week and like really rotating my products, I'm really impressed with the longevity of a lot of my makeup. I haven't yet run into anything that I'm like, oh, this is bad, I have to throw it away. That's gonna happen at some point and I'm gonna be very sad. But right now, it's not the time. This is swatching just as beautifully as I recall it swatching back in 2020. Let's get into this palette. Why did I sound like that? I don't know what that was about. But let's get into this palette. Let's do it. Not sure about this lippy. I like it without shadow, but we'll see if we need to change it. We might not need to. We're gonna go into the shade Delicious right here for the transition. Let's zoom in. Oh my gosh, I cannot remember the last time I've done an eyeshadow video. Yes, okay. Let's fix those creases. I do have a few BH Cosmetics palettes left. They are my sweet shops. I also have Blueberry Muffin and Avocado Toast if you're interested in revisiting that. But as you see on the thumbnail, we are going to be answering the question, do we still love her? Yes, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes off this shade alone. This is what I did this morning for my eyeshadow look. So look at that. This is just such a beautiful shade. And look how nice it's blending. It's just perfect. No effort, no muss, no fuss. Now I do find that when it comes to eyeshadow, are there really any bad mattes nowadays? You let me know. What are your favorite mattes? What are your least favorite mattes? Because I came into makeup at a time where makeup just started getting really good. Mattes, shimmers, duochromes, all that stuff. I haven't had to really search for good makeup. I do have preferences, but I don't know. I don't know if anything has been truly horrible. Just came into the makeup game at a great time, and a time that my wallet is still sad about, but what can I do now besides use the stuff or get rid of it? So, you know, figure it out. Got to figure it out, and that's what I'm trying to do. So this right here, perfect one and done. This is what I did for work today. I had a different lippy on today. What did I have on? Oh, I had on a Dior lipstick today. Dang. That would have looked nice with this. So we might change the lippy, we'll see. But this is beautiful. This is perfect. And this shade is gonna be great for the under eye as well. So let's just go ahead and put it there. Monochromatic palettes just make life so easy. And monochromatic plus an organized layout, this is just the best for me right now. I'm loving it so much. I don't find it boring or plain. And I also love the subtle differences in the looks that you can make with palettes like this one. It's a really great palette for beginners as well. We're gonna go into the shade Toasted next, which is the next deeper shade. And then we're gonna smoke it out with Homemade. This is leading me to wanna have an all matte look. Let's just see if we can see the difference. Slightly deeper. Let's just go ahead and put that in the crease. I'm not gonna worry too much about the outer corner because we're gonna use Homemade for that. So you can see it there. It actually looks like the shade Toasted is a little cooler. So if you are someone, it doesn't look like that to me in the pan, but if you're someone that likes the cooler tones, maybe you want to use Toasted instead of Delicious, or maybe you want to do this. But either way, you're gonna come out with something great. And the blending is just, I mean, there's no effort here. And that's so pretty. Next, I wanna go into a shimmer, and I'm not sure if I wanna do cinnamon or fudge. Let's see. So I'm thinking like we do fudge and then yeah, okay. We're gonna do fudge. That's this one here. And then we're gonna do the smoke shade with homemade. So I'm gonna just use my finger. Let's just see if we wanna stick with this choice. Yep, I'm gonna stick with that choice. And I'm gonna take it all the way over. Lately I've been doing the spotlight eyes when I use like a lighter, like more champagne-y shade. But this one's a little deeper, so I don't mind taking it all the way to the inner lid. I think it blends in really nicely with the matte. Yes, okay, yes. Because lately I haven't been liking the light shimmers. I haven't been liking them all the way over to the inner corner. So I don't know why, but I don't know. My preferences for shimmers are just changing. And at one point it was the brightest, the most duochromy, and I still love my duochrome. So let's not even, get that confused. I love them, love my gray base duochromes, love my fiery ones, but it's the placement of those shades that is changing for me. I've never been a fan of the hollow chromes, really. I have some hollow chromes from, this is random. I have some hollow chromes from Glam Shop. It's like 9 of them. Those were the first ones I had ever seen like be released. So I have those, but you know, they're nothing that I really wear like that. And once I had those, I just didn't go for them. So I don't even like them in palettes. That's why I haven't gotten any of the new Adept ones, because I think they might be too hollow chromy for me. But look at that. This looks great. So we're gonna get into the smoke shade, which is gonna be homemade. I'm actually gonna use the same brush that I used for the transition. This is from Lethal Cosmetics, by the way, and you can see the pigment there, and we're just gonna tap it and just kind of blend it in. Now I know I probably should be using a smaller brush. Y'all tell me all the time. You'd be like, you using them fluffy brushes. I know. For smoke shades, I might switch over shortly, but I'm just getting it in place. I like these brushes from Lethal. They're really soft. If you're, worried about putting on too much, I just think these are really good for diffusing. They have some smaller ones though as well. So I'm just getting the shadow in place here. I always do this eye better. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's across my face motion or whatever, but this always is an easier eye. All right, I'm gonna take a clean brush here, and now we're just gonna blend it a little bit with nothing on it. I'm just gonna try to keep it lifted, and then I'm gonna bag up so y'all can see what it looks like from a reasonable distance. Damn, this eye came out real good. Because that hooded eye struggle is real, like, because you want to see the smokiness above the hoods. I also don't want it to have a harsh line right here at all. I hate that. I hate it. But you know what I do for the harsh lines? I'll take my Hourglass ambient powder and do that, or you could use one of these mattes like this one, and just, I mean, this isn't bad, but I'm just saying, and you could just do that. Like that. No harsh lines. I can't. All right, we're gonna get into an inner corner. Wait. And I had a nice brush and I don't see it. And that's all right. We're gonna use this pencil brush here. It's dirty. And I wanna go, let's do cookie dough. I wouldn't mind doing this shade here, the Sugar Rush. Let's try Sugar Rush first. We always put cookie dough on top. So if you wanted to do a matte inner corner highlight that wasn't doing too much, don't need the extra sparkle, you could do that, and that's great. Or we can go into cookie dough and we can bump up the shimmer if we want to do that. think it's a little toned down because of the matte shade, but you can still see it there. Let me put it on this side first. Like that. And that's great. But I have to make it the same on both sides. Oh my gosh. This cute. Oh my god. I can't. I don't have a mascara. The mascara, I do have a mascara, but I don't really want to use this one, but I'm going to. This is Coil by Lethal Cosmetics, and it's actually brown, so it may serve the look very well. So let's get that on. Y'all, the Ravens preseason game is on. So happy. So ready for football. Thank you so much, Jamie, also known as Makeup on Your Radar 2, for letting me know, because she is my sports person. She lets me know everything that's happening. Home games, away games, and that actually helps me out because a lot of times I travel through downtown and I needs to know because it is a disaster if you're trying to go downtown. I felt bad because Marky had an appointment downtown today, and Granddad, I think he might have got caught in that traffic coming back home. I was like, dang, I wasn't even, I mean, who would have thunk that when I planned this appointment months ago that there was going to be a Ravens preseason game? Like, had no idea. This mascara, I don't know if it does anything. I mean, it's gonna accentuate the lashes just a taste, but not like enough for me. But you know, I actually like this shade of brown. I just needed to give me a little more oomph, just a little more. Maybe I'll try it with a lash primer. Not that that's what this video is about, but let me know if you still use your sugar cone palettes. I usually say that at the end, and then we get off and we want to talk about it. So I'm going to say it now. If you still use your sugar cone palette or your Sweet Shop palettes, please let me know. I would love to know. I know my friend Ashley on here, not Dr. Ash, but my other friend Ashley from the chat, she was saying like how she still loves sugar cone. And you know, it's just something that's not mentioned ever. I really do want to bring out this old makeup, and I understand completely that people want to see the newness, but my wallet doesn't want to keep seeing the brokenness. And so I'm just really, I don't want to say coming to terms, but I think I'm really having the realization of how quickly my makeup love got out of control. And the fact that this happens with any hobby that I have. So that's probably what you call an addictive personality. And I know I have it. And I'm trying to be more conscious of it. Trying to not be as impulsive when buying things, you know, just putting things on a wish list or not being tempted because I see other content creators having things. Like, I don't know what kind of money they're bringing in. I don't know, you know, I mean, everyone has different situations, right? Like, I don't know if their budget allows them to do all of this. I don't know if anybody's in credit card debt. I don't know what anybody's situation is. You know what I mean? But I know that I was never able to afford to buy as much as I was buying. I know and can admit to myself and y'all that there were and still are other things I should be doing with my money. You know what I mean? So it's a delicate dance because I love watching new makeup release videos. I love filming new makeup releases videos. You know what I mean? It's a delicate dance and balance. But I have to say that using this palette right now, I'm so thrilled with this look. This can be a day or a date look. And if you want to jazz this up a little more, we could, you know, really pack in this homemade shade and really make it smoky. We could do it all over the lid. I mean, we could do a little bit of a deeper shade underneath the lower lash line to really bump it up a notch. We could add lashes. I mean, there's so just many great things to do with these palettes. And I think each of the Sweet Shops, you can, well, I don't want to say day to night look, but because I'm thinking about the green palette. See, I have to go through all of them. And I remember saying that My favorite of all of them, I think, was orange sorbet. I'm almost certain orange sorbet, and then maybe cherry on top. The green and the blue, I was a little less comfortable with, but you know, there's a subtle look you can do with the palettes, and then there's like that bold look that you can do with the palettes. And I think it's so easy to do with these. Again, the slight variations that you can do, but still, you know, have a different look. I'm so happy with this palette, y'all. Oh my gosh. Yeah, if there's something comparable in your collection, let me know. No, that's not it. And I'm not even pulling any palettes out because this isn't really a comparison video like that. I was thinking about the gradient that's in my Patrick Ta palettes, but not quite like this. Is there anything that's like this out now? Let me know. Nothing's really coming to mind right now, but to answer the question, do we still love her? Absolutely. And I'll add to it, I love her even more. And I'm so glad that I have it, because 5 years later, I'm really appreciating it. I got all the palettes because I was being a collector, but now I'm happy that I have all of them. And the ones that I really sought after having, pistachio and bubblegum, are probably the ones, is it bubblegum, the blue one? Those are probably gonna be the ones I'll wear the least. So here's the final look. I think this lippy is fine with it, but we can also get a little more drastic with it. If I had to do my lips over again, I probably would have picked something that didn't have this corally kind of undertone, but I think it looks fine. I wouldn't want to go like really deep or anything like that, but I'm looking for something, but I don't know what I'm looking for. Whatever. Here's the look. I'm happy, so happy. You know what? No, I want to change the lips. I'm sorry, y'all. I want to change them. I just don't know. I don't have anything available. What's this? I don't know what shade this is. Nothing happened. Can you just give me a paper towel?
Why are you on paper towel?
Because I need to change my lipstick.
So something did happen.
You working out?
Yeah.
Why is he on a weighted vest? You know what? I gave him a weighted vest. You're trying to get the ladies.
I'm just joking.
Yeah.
Guys, now my mom's a little mad because
I'm not mad.
she said I'm having for ladies.
I'm not mad at all. What is that? I don't know what that means. A wink. Oh,
I do it for the ladies.
August, that is not gonna work out. That's not gonna help you with the ladies. Okay, I'm so sorry.
It's a wink. That means like
I know what it means. Okay, I don't know. This is better for me because that last shade was just too bright. It was going too much, and I know some of y'all gonna be like, it was fine. Okay, I don't know which shade this is, so I'm about to put it up so y'all can see it, because you'll be able to tell me, because I can't tell. Because y'all know how these Dior things, they think you can see. I'll pop it up on the screen because I'll be able to see it when I edit. And then this might actually be the shade. Dior needs to stop it. They need to stop it with this. Whatever. It'd be even cuter with a liner, but. All right, y'all. Well, that's the look. I'm happy. I'm really happy, and I have nowhere to go. Maybe I'll film something else. What are you pulling out of your collection? Is there anything that jarred your memory after watching this video that makes you feel like, I need to pull this out. I need to check on this palette. Is it still great? You know, all of our makeup was something that we sought after at one point. It's like that cheap dopamine a little bit. Now, makeup is enjoyable for me. It really is. But the act of purchasing it, the act of opening it, I think it's a cheap dopamine hit for me. Only because it's so fleeting. Like once I try it out, swatch it or whatever, it's not that I feel like, oh, this is old news and I don't care about it anymore, but that high is not the same. I know this sounds like a problem, but you know, I have had a problem. So let's just go ahead and call a spade a spade. So we're working through this collection together. We're working through our makeup love, our purchasing, and all of that together. And that is what I enjoy most about this community. What's a nostalgic palette that you're gonna pull out, or one that you haven't ever stopped using? I would love to keep the conversation going. With that being said, thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me for another one today. I do hope this was therapy for you, and it always is for me. Until I see you again, make sure you're being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and I'll see y'all in another one. Bye.
We could be selfless. We could be falling in love.